And welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 3D World. Last time we got a little further in World Star with mixed results, but we got everything in the end. So this time we're starting another ghost level, Pippa's Fog Bog. So this is a little bit of an interesting level. We have to collect keys. But we have Pippas everywhere, as the level name implies. So, what we want to do is get the keys without dying, hopefully. That'd be nice. But also find some other stuff along the way. So hit this to reveal the staircase to that star. That's pretty cool. If you have a cat, you can of course cheese this part pretty royally. But there's something right here. Pound this, grab the star, and run as fast as you can to the left, because Captain Toad is getting attacked by Pippas. And here is the first star. And yes, I am actually looking things up from this point on, because quite frankly, the whole blind run thing wasn't exactly going well, so I decided, you know what, we should really start looking things up at this point. That was actually dumb luck right there. I didn't look up where the door to the key was, so that was just really fortuitous. Sometimes I just kind of luck out with things. Other times not so much. Well, that was convenient. So we can pick up the snowballs and throw them, as usual. Pretty nice. So we got a moving cloud platform here. That goes to the last key. And actually, we're pretty much done here. We don't have anything else to look for until the next section. By the way, there's a distinct reason why I looked up things now rather than later, because we have a few tricky levels coming up where if you don't know where to look for things, you're gonna run out of time really fast. So that's part of the reason I decided, you know what, I should probably look up this stuff, because it's getting to the point where it's really hard to do some of these blind. So that being said, we have our checkpoint, and we have a somewhat tricky section where the platforms are rising and falling in the snow into poisonous water, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, so pick up the snowball, toss it. Piece of cake. But we're not done with our snowball escapades. We have another star to get over here. I am gonna wait on this one. This is a bad cycle. Try to rush it. Oh boy, I thought that wouldn't actually clear. Okay, it doesn't actually, like, kill you, but it makes it hard to see. So that's the gimmick, not being able to see where you're landing, but it doesn't inherently kill you. So it's actually a lot nicer of a level than I thought it was. Going off memory, but I actually don't know where I'm landing. Whew, so that could have actually gone a lot worse, to put it bluntly. And that's what the next level's for. To cause progress to completely stop. We are actually getting to the end of finding stamps, which is actually really lovely. And we almost have them all. And this one's actually blockaded, which is ominous. So one thing to note is it's actually a lot harder, I guess, to actually clear this type of roadblock in the original 3D Land, because you actually, I mean this game rather than 3D Land, because in 3D Land you could actually street pass with people for extra mystery houses. In this game you can't really do that, so gotta make it count. Okay, the timing was a little dicey there, but we made it. So we have the cannon blocks returning once more. This is probably another one. Oh, that's coins. And this level is a little bit of a doozy, so let's hope for the best, but also be prepared for utter disaster. These flying dry bones are not helping at all. We got Stamp at least. Cracked walls you can break with the cannon. But here is our first little bit of intricate platforming in a little bit. Wow, first try. That was a far cry from yesterday's performance and the day before. But we got the green star. Now, I think... Is there anything more? I don't think so. I think we can actually safely move on from here. Oh yeah, I know where we are now. So we have a little bit of an underwater auto-scroller. You gotta keep the hat, I guess you can call it. I'm not used to calling this a hat because I'm so used to other kinds of hats in video games lately. So obviously you want to hit the power block because that will trigger everything else. Okay, so we want to go in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is the next green star. So, we are actually having a really good day, apparently, compared to yesterday. Actually, looking things up didn't hurt, I imagine. I didn't look up too far ahead, because the next couple levels are just really difficult, so I wanted to have some advanced knowledge. That was a situation we weren't really getting out of particularly easily, so I'm fine taking a hit there. And halfway point, but this is where the stage really ramps up to interesting places. So, we have our last green star over there, but here is our gimmick. We need to actually hit these blocks to create passageways to progress, and this is scary. Fair warning, this is something I will most likely mess up, because this is actually really precise. You can use a cannon to collect the green star, but that being said, you gotta get right up to the edge, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I was hoping to hit it from there. Actually, that would have been bad. I would have trapped myself, so good thing I didn't hit it from there. This is actually an easy stage to time over on, because they really don't give you a ton of time, all things considered. If you can actually take out the dry bones above the platform, that's really helpful. But it's also hard to pull off. The timing, there we go. See, we're almost gonna get a time over. This is a really awkward shot here, because it's like diagonal, and I got it first try, of course. Unless there was a try I forgot about in that split second there. We should be in good shape though. This is the end of the level. This is actually really hard to get the flagpole. If you have the cat power, you're not gonna have a problem. Otherwise, you might have a problem. Case in point. I'm gonna try once more, but if not, we'll just get the flagpole off screen with the cat power up, most likely. It is possible to do without, but oh well. That time we got the Castle Clear theme, if you noticed, because that is actually the last level of this world. There's only a couple more stamps left, and I know exactly where they are. Oh boy. But we can actually take a breather from that. Bonus one's opened. We can take a breather from that for a little bit, at least. Again, we're saving Captain Toad stages for much later. Just to show, yes, we have gotten every stamp, so That being said, we are taking a break from that, which, oh boy, I'm not really upset about that. Taking a break from collecting stamps. And this is World Mushroom. The gimmick of World Mushroom is they basically take levels that were pretty straightforward and easy and make them really difficult. So this one we have 30 seconds. That is the gimmick. We need to hustle and get clocks ASAP. This level is not one that you want to mess around with. So this is the level alone is the reason I decided, you know what, I'm gonna look up a few stars. Just in case things go horribly awry. I could really use a power-up actually. I'm not getting one, thanks game. Yeah, this is not easy on the first go of this game. Oh, thank you. I almost thought I would lose it immediately because I got dangerously close to that rat in me. But we are fine. So, there's one thing that makes this level hard, and it's coming up shortly actually. You want to have a lot of time before you go into that pipe down there. Otherwise, you may have a bad time. Full disclosure. Because we have to light up floor panels. Remember that gimmick? Yeah, it's back and in the worst possible stage. Luckily, if you have a fire flower, that helps a lot. I hope I guessed correctly of where the star would appear. Looks like it did. Pretty sure that's where it appears in the normal stage, so I just was like, you know what? I really hope they don't troll me here. Don't fall. You don't have time to waste, so there's nothing else in the levels, so just book it. This is not an easy flagpole, because you actually legitimately have to jump for it this time. I pushed Y and threw a fireball, which I realized it does nothing. And again, it's just instincts from other games kicking in. It's like, you know what, maybe I should do this. Maybe it'll actually work for something. Doesn't actually work because this is not Odyssey. So World Mushroom is kind of on the small side, you'll notice. A little bit, I think it's a little bit shorter than World Flower. Comparably speaking, it's a little bit shorter. I think that's actually still... That might be World Flower over there, actually. So we got a boss tent, you'll notice. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, so we're in a home stretch for the game, which is pretty exciting. Now, this is something I didn't look up. I probably should have looked up, because we have another mystery house. 10 stars to get, and this is easier said than done, because you gotta kill all these enemies really fast. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do with Luigi of all characters. Aim for the heads of these guys. They're like any pokey, aim for the head. Just making sure there's no power-ups. These enemies are annoying because they fly. So they're not the easiest thing in the world to actually take out, unless you have, you know, power-ups. Boomerang Bros, lovely. And I got sniped by that. This is gonna be awkward, actually, doing this without any power-ups for the remaining stars. There's a bandit, somewhere. I actually don't know where. There he is, but I don't have time. Oh well. We get a power-up back at least, so that's nice of the game to do that for us. So yeah, we just need to go through all these again. I'm gonna try not losing power-ups this time. Playing it a little bit. Never mind, apparently I'm gonna get hit there regardless. I should have gotten another power-up before even coming here. That would actually help a ton. But I forgot, because I just thought, you know what, let's do the mystery house, even though it's probably a bad idea. Boomerang Bros give me anxiety because of Super Mario Galaxy 2. The perfect run. So is he still gonna be over here? He is, cool. So his position is fixed, so that makes your life a lot easier if you remember where he is. But I forgot. Goomba towers are not the easiest thing to take out quickly, but we managed. If you had a boomerang, that's sort of trivial. And these enemies are just terrible because they take so long to become vulnerable if you let them charge up. Magic Koopas, they teleport, so again, dispatch them ASAP before they can do that. I'm guessing there's gonna be a bully. No, these guys, Piranha Creepers. Got the shorter ones first, just... And I ran into him that time. I'm actually gonna play up to that point, because this is actually getting to the point where it's taking a while, so be right back. So one helpful tip for this level is if you ground pound them, that takes about instantly. I just remembered that as I was about to start this floor, so that was convenient. And now we have Hammer Bros, which are no problem after all the other enemies, I'd say. And there we go. So we got through the rest of World Star and begun making our way through World Mushroom. Next time we'll start chipping away a little bit further at this world with these two levels and then see how far we get from there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Super Mario 3D World.